In a world where connection defines progress, one system is redefining how we communicate: Starlink. The future of the internet, launched from the very edge of space, promises to bring the world closer together. But what if this ambitious venture is much more than just high-speed internet? What if Starlink's real significance goes far beyond mere technological advancement? What if its true impact lies in reshaping global power, international relationships, and how we understand communication itself? Starlink is not just a satellite internet provider. It is a technological revolution. Launched by SpaceX, it's a massive, interconnected constellation of over 9,000 satellites orbiting Earth at altitudes between 340 and 1,200 kilometers above the surface. Starlink delivers broadband internet to every corner of the planet, especially those remote areas where traditional fiber optic cables have never reached. But this new era of internet service has a cost. It is transforming our very idea of space, technology, and how we interact with the world. Unlike traditional communication satellites, which operate at distances of 22,000 miles above Earth, Starlink satellites orbit at much lower altitudes, just 340 miles above the surface. This closer proximity allows for faster speeds and lower latency compared to older satellite systems. For the first time, people in areas like rural Alaska, sub-Saharan Africa, or remote Australia can experience internet speeds that were once only available to urban centers. This technological leap is transforming connectivity for millions. SpaceX, led by Elon Musk, continuously launches new batches of Starlink satellites, with 60 satellites added nearly every week. As of January 2026, there are over 9,000 satellites in orbit, and the company plans to launch thousands more in the coming years. The sheer scale of this operation is unprecedented, making Starlink the largest satellite internet network ever created. Unlike previous efforts, SpaceX has drastically reduced the costs associated with launching satellites. Falcon 9, the reusable rocket designed by SpaceX, has revolutionized the economics of space travel and satellite deployment. By lowering launch costs, SpaceX has made the mass deployment of satellites not only feasible, but sustainable. Starlink is now available in over 150 countries, from the bustling streets of New York to the remote villages of Mongolia. People living in poverty-stricken areas, where traditional infrastructure is out of reach, can now access online learning, telemedicine, and e-commerce, bridging the digital divide like never before. For millions of farmers in India, small business owners in Kenya, and students in remote South America, Starlink's affordable, high-speed internet has opened new doors to opportunity and growth. Take the example of Ravi, a farmer in a remote Indian village. Before Starlink, he had no access to modern farming techniques, global markets, or even the basic weather forecast needed to protect his crops. Now he can connect with experts, receive real-time weather updates, and sell his products directly to buyers across the world, all through the power of Starlink. Or consider Emma, a teacher in Kenya, who has been able to deliver remote lessons to her students, bridging the educational gap between urban and rural areas. But Starlink's influence isn't limited to the developing world. It's making headlines in the most unexpected places. In Venezuela, during the country's worst political and economic crisis, Starlink became a lifeline for millions. Amid widespread censorship and communication blackouts, Starlink provided free internet service, helping citizens stay connected with the outside world. For Elon Musk, this was more than a business decision. It was a moral choice, a decision to stand up for freedom of expression in one of the most politically unstable countries in the world. Starlink is not just a solution for consumers. It's also militaries, governments, and humanitarian organizations that depend on its reliable service in areas of crisis. For example, during the Syrian civil war, Starlink enabled military forces to maintain communication in areas where traditional infrastructure was destroyed. It also provided emergency relief workers with the critical communication lines they needed to provide aid. In areas affected by natural disasters, Like the aftermath of Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico, Starlink satellites offered vital connectivity, enabling relief organizations to reach affected areas and coordinate recovery efforts. However, with great power comes great responsibility. Space is becoming more and more crowded. As of 2026, Starlink has launched over 9,000 satellites, and that number will only increase. But the low Earth orbit, LEO, is limited. While it offers many benefits, it also poses serious risks of collisions and debris. In fact, space debris is one of the biggest challenges of the 21st century. Scientists have estimated that there are over 100 million pieces of space debris currently floating in Earth's orbit, and Starlink's growing satellite network is a major contributor to this problem. To address the issue of space sustainability, SpaceX is committed to lowering many of its satellites to safer altitudes. This maneuver ensures that satellites won't linger in space for years after they are no longer functional. These satellites will burn up upon re-entry into Earth's atmosphere, preventing the creation of new space debris. Additionally, SpaceX has launched a space debris mitigation initiative, in which it promises to remove defunct satellites within 5 years of deorbiting. SpaceX isn't just concerned about profit. The company's efforts to mitigate space debris show a commitment to sustainability, ensuring that Starlink's influence on Earth remains positive and long-lasting. But not everyone is happy with the growing number of satellites in the sky. Astronomers have expressed concerns about the effects of light pollution caused by Starlink. With thousands of satellites reflecting sunlight, they can interfere with night sky observations and the study of distant galaxies. Starlink's impact on astronomy is an ongoing concern, and solutions are being researched to make satellites less visible without affecting their functionality. While Starlink is transforming lives, it also raises important questions about corporate control over such an essential service. As private companies like SpaceX gain increasing control over access to the internet, it's vital to ask, who owns the internet? And what happens when a corporation has the ability to provide or withhold access to something as fundamental as information? Starlink isn't the only player in the space race. China has developed its own satellite internet network, known as Xinfan. Competing networks will lead to more competition for orbital space, new geopolitical challenges, and potential issues surrounding privacy and security. The world is entering a new age of satellite-powered connectivity, and the stakes couldn't be higher. The story of Starlink is far from over. It's a story about connection, but also about power and responsibility. The internet has never been more critical, and how we connect to the world around us could define the future of humanity. For now, Starlink continues to soar among the stars, its ultimate impact yet to be fully realized. Now, let's break down the 3 main reasons why everyone should switch to Starlink today. Unbeatable global coverage. Starlink's network reaches every corner of the globe, from urban hubs to the most remote villages and hard-to-reach areas. For anyone suffering from unreliable internet connections, Starlink offers a solution immediately available no matter where you are. Faster, more reliable internet. Starlink provides low latency and high-speed internet that far exceeds traditional satellite providers. Whether you're gaming, streaming, or working remotely, you'll experience seamless connectivity, even in places where fiber optics can't reach. Emergency connectivity. During natural disasters or political unrest, Starlink has proven to be a critical lifeline. In areas where traditional networks have failed, Starlink has stepped in to keep people connected. A reliable and life-saving service when it's needed most. Now is the time to make the switch. Don't wait for a reliable connection to find you. It's available today, and it's time to take advantage of it.